What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and welcome to an all-new episode of All Hail the King. This is episode 23, and I have something special in store. In this episode, I'm going to be previewing a brand new series, Breaking the Meta. This series is going to begin when the PvP season starts, and it will run through the entire season. Each week during the tournament, I plan to break down the most popular team and show you exactly how to beat them. I think this could be a potentially great series, and it may help force some variety into the PvP season. By the way, I would like to give a very special thank you to Agent Dead for the inspiration for this series. Also, like always, to catch the corresponding podcast, please visit www.thehelicarrier.com. There's also going to be a link in the description below. Last but not least, thank you to Jameson at AJ Designs for this graphic. Now, as a preview for this series, I'm going to be facing three of the most popular defensive teams from last tournament. First, I'm going to be using my offensive team that I used most of the season, and basically I just want to show you how versatile they were and how they could handle all of the defensive teams. What I did with Heroic Age Iron Fist and Hercules was use the Neurotrope and the Scroll of Vaknazak. Then for much of the season I did use the Warbringer Axe, but the Hand of Apocalypse is also a great weapon. To be honest, towards the end of the season I started to lean more towards using it, and that's because of that Boon Buster, Brutal Strike, Paragon Exploiter, and Off Balance. As you can see here, we're going to make quick work of that Blaster Invisible Woman. But you know what, an Infiltrator isn't too safe either, because we are using a Scrapper Iron Fist. With Hercules up next, I do want to say we're using his A-ISO that makes Gift of Battle a quick action. I also have the Vengeful E-ISO equipped, and his own that gives him Marble Counter. Let me tell you, when he counters with that Column Down, it's an absolute team destroyer. Not to mention, if you are disoriented, well, you can just use it and you're good to go. Then next up is Iron Fist, and since he is a scrapper, we'll take out Falcon pretty easily. Our first hit is going to soften him up, and now that he's below that threshold, we easily take him down. The enemy agent lost his turn because of a stun, and now we're going to get our extra turn, which means we'll get to hit up to 2 times with our Hand of Apocalypse. The first one misses, but the second one will end this match. So now we're going to move on to a Quick Lock team, and it happens to be against a very impressive opponent. Now the reason why this team can do quite well against a Quick Lock team is very simple. It can be summed up as Iron Fist using his E-ISO. This makes Combo Breaker 100%. Yes, I do know there are limits to it, but more often than not, 2 combo breakers are enough to make it through the round. The other benefit that Iron Fist provides is the fact that he can heal your team, so he can do a single heal or a full team heal. That's usually going to be enough to make it through this Alpha Strike team. That is, unless their offensive numbers completely overwhelm you, and in that case there's not too much you can do about it. By the way, a friend of the channel, Agent Snorri, named this team Fist of Olympus. So in the future you may hear me refer to them as that. I plan on showing them at least one more time very soon against some of the top opponents from last season. And I'm talking some really crazy HP totals. Now Hercules was stunned by that first round Vortex Lariat, which as many of you know is something that I really hate. But unfortunately sometimes the AI does get that lucky. Still, we're going to use the Heart of Shao-Lao and then our full team heal. This also prevents debuffs and usually makes this enemy team pretty easy to beat. The AI Quicksilver next does a tag team, and then a single target blinding punches. The enemy agent then triggers a combo breaker, which luckily we do hit part of, and then we also catch Psylocke. Now on my agent's second turn, he can use Momentary Advantage, and with these 2 opportunities, I would love to take out the enemy agent before his next turn. Plus, we do get to use the Light Fantastic as a quick action. Okay, so assuming that we do land these 2 hits, we should be able to finish him off. By the way, I just realized I should have never used the Blackest Void, because they do have Eye in the Sky. So basically that means I wasted that first turn. I should have hit someone with the hand instead. But hey, that is something to look out for in the next season. Luckily we do hit with both of our attacks, and we take out the enemy agent. With Hercules, I'm going to use a Column Down, and I really don't mind if they have 1 quickness stack at all. We do have Mirror Reality, so we should be fine no matter what. Unfortunately, I don't think we get any stuns, and we do take a tag team counterattack. Psylocke uses a kinetic shield as a quick action, and then she gets to attack our agent. This gives us another chance to show just how valuable those heals from Iron Fist can be. We'll completely heal our agent back to full health by using one healing chi. Plus it also has rising up because of his other A ISO. The Ferric Augmented ISO 8 can be found in Chapter 6, Mission 3. Oh, and after a combo breaker we almost take out Quicksilver. So now we're going to use Improbability Field as a quick action, and then I'm going to finish Quicksilver with the hand. This will only leave Psylocke for Hercules. By this point I think you can see the reason why I used the Fist of Olympus for most of last season. They were even capable of beating those Pestilence Beast teams, which I will show you and explain. But after that match I do have one more thing in store, so you won't want to miss that. Okay, so here's the other popular team, Pestilence Beast and Red Hulk. They get to start off with a Gamma Bomb, so that is pretty unfortunate for us. But like usual, I'll use the Neurotrope, followed by the Scroll of Aknazak. Then after using the first seal, it's not a bad idea to disorient this team. That's especially true now that Gamma Bomb is already used. Hopefully after that we can get the enemy beast to hit his own teammates. There's nothing that beats that. Now you may be wondering, how does this team deal with Pestilence Beast? Well, of course you can't remove those debuffs, but you do still have that healing, so you have your full team heal and your individual heal. Normally what would happen is this enemy team didn't kill you very fast, so I would basically ride them out and heal over them, and then beat them with their own medicine. I would use the Improbability Field and the Atom Smasher. That is, if all else failed and we couldn't do enough damage. However, often Hercules and the Hand of Apocalypse could finish this team off, and you wouldn't have to go that long. Either way though, I did usually win. The only other issue may have been a lot of healing. Some Pestilence Beast teams loaded up on a ton of healing and a bunch of quick actions. Normally you would have to use the third seal, and that caused despair. For most of the season, that's how I dealt with it. But after this, I'm going to show you one more match, and you'll see the team up that I switched to on the final day of the season. Let's just say it involves exhausting the enemy team, and it often shut down these teams almost entirely. And by the way, now we have more heroes that exhaust the entire team, both Avalanche and Cannonball. The next episode of All Hail the King is going to feature a Cannonball team up, so you won't want to miss that, and we will have that this week. So 2 episodes in 1 week, and then we'll finally be all caught up. Look for that one either Sunday or most likely on Monday. Now on Hercules' turn you will notice he's disoriented, but we can use his AoE Calm Down. And it absolutely smashes the enemy team. Now that is what you want to see. Plus we get a stun right away, and now we're going to go ahead and finish off Red Hulk. How, you may ask? Well, first by using Heart of Shao Lao, and I did debate this because we're going to get ISO Outbreak if we use the Heart of Shao Lao. Luckily with Fatal Blow it's not going to matter, and we're still going to do enough damage to knock out Red Hulk. It's time for 5 Fingers of Death. What an amazing sounding move. Then on my agent's turn I'm going to use the Improbability Field, followed by the Hand of Apocalypse on Beast. He's going to be the next enemy to act, and in a situation like this, I like to take out the next target. I mean as far as turn order. The Hand of Apocalypse should easily do this, and then we'll leave it to Hercules to take out the agent. First I'll use Gift of Battle just in case, and kind of as a habit. And next it's going to be our level 1, which will end the match. So now I want to briefly show that other team that I did switch to, and it happens to be Pestilence Beast and Havoc. The only other difference is I'm using the Mark of the Brotherhood rather than the Neurotrope. And we are facing a Beast and Red Hulk team once again. Now just like I said, Plasma Spheres is going to exhaust all the enemies, and this normally shut this team down heavily. First, Beast is only going to use Mask of the Red Death, and that's going to be it for his turn, so we get to use it and attack. Then on the enemy Red Hulk's turn, often he'll use Bulwark, and that will be the end of his turn as well. Either way, we do target him, and now on his turn he actually uses Searing Smash. However, it does very little damage and will definitely take it. Now my agent with the Quick and Powered ISO 8 can use the Mark of the Brotherhood as a quick action. Unfortunately, we cannot use the scroll as a quick action, so we can either disorient the enemies or use the hand. I want to get ISO Contagion off of us, so I'll use that on the enemy agent. We happen to get a huge hit, so that's going to be the end of him. Now with Havoc, you can either spam Plasma Spheres, or you could try the one-shot someone, which often works as well. In fact, usually in that situation, I would use his Plasma Wave instead. On my Pestilence's turn, we're going to take out the Red Hulk, and now it's going to be my agent. If you want, you can actually spam Mark of the Brotherhood, but there really is no reason to do this. Now, even though we're weakened, I'm going to hit the enemy beast with the hand. And to my surprise, this actually does 67k and ends the fight. But regardless, I think you get the picture, and this is what the new series Breaking the Meta is going to be all about. I really hope you enjoyed our preview, and you're looking forward to the series. I'm definitely looking forward to making it. And speaking of new things, I'd like to ask you to please check out my second channel. Besides adding new games and different gameplay to this channel, I do have a lot more planned for this upcoming month. I'm really excited about all the upcoming changes and improvements that I have in store. I really hope that everyone enjoys them, and I do plan on unveiling them beginning on August 1st. Now that is going to be it for this video, and I do want to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, good luck, and take care.